I'm Brandon Lang, and this is your Friday edition of My Two Cents. And we'll get to another free pick winner in just a moment after the USC Trojans blast the UCLA Bruins last night. Tonight, we go to Canisius, where they will take on the Iona Gales. We'll break it down for you in just a moment. Speaking of breaking it down, we were breaking it down from Radio Row here at the Super Bowl the last couple of days. We took a break early today from Radio Row. We will be heading down there a little later today to finish off the rest of my intel before possibly pulling the trigger tonight on Super Bowl winner number 21 of 24. It was an incredible experience being down there. And let me tell you something right now. I got some great stories coming up from My Two Cents in just a moment about Johnny Manziel, about what they're saying about him down there, but more importantly, what they're saying about the game. So tonight, we look for a second straight 10-dime winner off Temple. Last night, like I said, we get the 3 at the buzzer to force OT, and then Temple takes care of business in overtime as Lady Luck decides to smile my way and get the winner. So since Monday 2-2, let's make it 3-2 tonight. 10-dime winner number 2 in a row, 3 of the last 5, and set the table for the Saturday-Sunday run. And once again, Super Bowl winner number 21 of 24. The world knows it's the number one mark in the entire universe. 20-3 with a pair of pushes. You had better believe I'm pretty confident, as I was last year with New England over Seattle. We will make it 21 of 24. Winning day number 2 in a row. Winning day number 3 of the last 5 tonight. Let's get her done. We'll let the weekend worry about itself. All right. Free pick one in a moment. My 2 cents. And coming down here to Radio Row for the first time in my career, it was the experience of a lifetime. Not because of the radio shows, about the 50 to 60 that I did being down on Radio Row, but having access to the people I had access to. Being able to go up to head coach Dan Quinn and say, hey, coach, real quick, couple of questions. What did you guys do differently in that 2013 win that you didn't do in the 38-0 loss just 2 weeks prior? It was amazing how forthcoming he was in what they did. And then, of course, Matt Ryan, who I had 3 minutes with, was able to pick his brain a little bit about what he felt they did differently, what he felt the keys to the game were. Michael Irvin, Shannon Sharp, the list goes on and on and on. Guys that I spoke to and hung out with down on Radio Row. J.J. Watt, having a conversation with him was unbelievable. So being down there, getting the intel, doing everything that I did down at Radio was an experience of a lifetime. And then Johnny Manziel. And I was talking to a player who wishes to be not named in my conversation with him. He's a friend of a friend. And he said to me that when he met Johnny Manziel, the first thing Johnny Manziel said to him wasn't, hey, you want to get together over the weekend? You want to throw a little bit? The very first words out of Johnny Manziel's mouth when he met this player was, hey, man, do you party? That was the first thing out of his mouth. And I thought about that for a while, and it became very apparent to me, as with everybody else, that the only thing that Johnny Manziel really cares about deep down is the party. And I'm afraid to say, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have the second coming of Ryan Leaf right here. A kid going down the wrong way fast that got swooped in by fame, got swooped in by the NFL lifestyle, and he has swooped his way out of the NFL. It'd be hard-pressed to see if anybody takes a chance on this kid now with the allegations of beating up his ex-girlfriend. I think he ends up in the Canadian Football League. I think he goes up there and continues his party because at the end of the day, this kid is a flat-out joke. He is the laughingstock of his family. He's the laughingstock of the Cleveland Brown organization, hence the reason why they are releasing him. He has no clue the privilege it is to play in the NFL and be part of the NFL. And I realized that down at Radio Row, the simple fraternity of current players and ex-players, and just how, shall we say, too many players take it for granted what they have. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid Johnny Manziel is going to be another one of those guys who took it for granted, and he's going to party his way right out of the NFL. All right, free pick winner number 3 in a row. Wednesday night, I gave you the Atlanta Hawks over the Philadelphia 76ers. They won by like 130 points. Last night, we gave you USC minus the 5.5. They blew out UCLA by 19. Tonight, we look for Iona, who's currently just 1 game back of Monmouth for the division lead in this conference. I look for them to continue to get it going. When you're a team like Canisius, and you rank about 324th in defensive efficiency, you are not going to stop an Iona team that can do one thing very well. They can score the basketball. And I just don't see Canisius being that team to slow them down. This line opened 2.5. I currently saw a 4 before this video. I'm not scared at all. I think Iona shows up. I think they take care of business, and I think they stay right on the heels of Monmouth for that conference title. And the showdown and the rematch is going to be something else that takes place in Monmouth later on this month. Think about this. In that last meeting between Monmouth and Iona, you had the fight at the end of the game. It's going to be interesting if Monmouth remains one game back going into Monmouth. If Iona remains one game back heading into Monmouth, it's going to be an interesting final matchup between them and Monmouth. Iona can't afford to stumble. They step up and get it done here. Free pick winner on Iona. That's it, everybody. Have a fantastic Friday. As always, I'm Brandon Lang. Win or lose, we'll see you back here on Saturday, live from the Super Bowl in Frisco with your Saturday edition of My 2 Cents.